It's a program that's won back-to-back district championships, a team that has produced close to 70 collegiate baseball players over the last 2 decades. In particular, 34 players college level over the last 10 years. It's the Brother Martin Crusaders. From Farley Field on the campus of Brother Martin, welcome to Louisiana baseball. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Louisiana Baseball. I'm Eric Ritchie, and this week, literally, we take the show on the road here at Brother Martin High School. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll give you our normal features on college baseball and check in with LSU, Tulane, UL, and the Nichols Report. We'll head to Lake Charles as well for our medical minute, but today is all about finding out about the uniqueness of a high school baseball program. And for more on that, we're going to throw it to our sidekick, Joey Cabaceres, who's with 19th year head coach here at Brother Martin, Mark Wisniewski.
Eric, thanks. We're here with Coach Wisniewski at Brother Martin High School. And Coach, you know, we just saw you guys warm up a little bit and get ready for practice. And I got to tell you, it doesn't look like the traditional baseball practice that I was used to or that you see. Explain to me a little bit what you did with your pitchers to get loose and what we're seeing on film.
One of the things we do before we start practice or even touch a baseball, you know, we go through our dynamic warm-up, and then we go to a tubing exercise and a weighted ball exercise, and then at that point we will pick up a baseball to start getting loose. But even with that, we'll do a drill work before we even start really letting go of the baseball.
Right, and that's really the new stuff that's coming down the pike. We saw something in Sports Illustrated with Ron Wolford out of Houston and Dr. Andrews and those guys. That was out this month. But how long have you guys been doing this stuff? So I want everybody to understand how long you've really done this.
We've been doing this type of stretch and this type of pre-game or pre-throwing exercises for about 15, 17 years. As far as, you know, before you touch a baseball, the old teach used to be pick up a baseball to get your arm loose. That's been gone and out the window for a long time. And, you know, what I've found is going through this program is a lot less arm injuries, strengthening of the arm itself, and preparing them to throw the baseball.
And last question, we're going to keep coming back to Coach Wiz all throughout the show. But one more question. I watched him before we got started, and their team's warming up, and he's walking out, talking to each player, checking in, putting his arm on their back. Tell me a little bit about those personal connections and conversations with players and kind of what that means for you and Brother Martin.
Well, you know, what that means is just a connection that, you know, that I want to have with my players to see how they're doing today, to see how their bodies are feeling, to see if their mental state is okay. And it's just something that, you know, I've done for a long time to try and say, hey, we're here if you need us.
Perfect. Well, look, again, thanks again. We'll be checking back in throughout the entire day. We're going to go over some college baseball right now, going back to Eric.
Guys, thanks. And again, we'll be going to Joey and Coach Wiz throughout the show. Let's talk college baseball, and we'll talk about the Tulane Green Wave. And when Coach David Pierce had his open news conference, he talked about winning separate championships. Yes, they want to eventually, like everyone, ultimately go to Omaha and win a College World Series. But first, it starts with the regular season conference title. For the first time ever, the Green Wave in the newly formed American Athletic Conference. It's a conference that's loaded from top to bottom.
I think we're the last league to get started, so we've been ready to get started. I think they realize the intensity is a little greater than even a regular non-conference weekend series. Although it's fun to play in, it still has a little more added to it. Too many good teams. Yeah, there really are. I mean, 1 through 8, I doubt if you see too many real sweeps.
We see how the grind's going to be. It's very competitive, and so we see, you know, what kind of mental attitude we need to have going into it. Conference is very good, very competitive. Got some nationally ranked guys. UConn is a very good opponent. We have every team that we play is going to be very good, so we just have to be ready to go and make sure we're playing our best game.
I know a lot of guys down in UCF. I mean, been following a lot of them. They've been following me. I mean, other than that, I mean, this conference is pretty built, pretty stacked up. It's not going to be easy, and we're going to have to, you know, really buckle down and win a lot of games.
Tulane moving over from Conference USA over to the American Athletic Conference, and that is a stacked baseball conference. They got 3 teams already going into April that have 20 wins or more. you're going to have to really, bring your big boy pants to play in that conference this year. But Tulane certainly has all the moxie and all the players and the coaching to do it. They're in the middle of the fight over there, and they have to continue to fight.
Joey, thanks. Now to the UL Raging Cajuns, where we heard Coach Robichaux earlier in the season talk about the difference being the experienced guys that may be juniors or seniors, but now are getting their first year of starting under their belts. One guy who got plenty of action last year, now a senior, is first baseman DH Greg Davis. He's the focus of this week's UL Lafayette Report. The UL Lafayette Report is brought to you by AMG Specialty Hospital.
We're trying to just keep on going right where we left off last year. I mean, everybody wants to talk about rebuilding, but it's not really a rebuilding year. We got plenty of experience out here. We do have young pitching staff, but our pitching staff has been throwing great lately. I mean, they filled big shoes from last year. I mean, we lost all 3 starters, and we got 3 new guys, 3 freshmen actually coming in and handing the pole right there. And we got Milhorn to top off that experience on the pitching staff side. There's definitely no quitting this team. If anything, we're gonna fight you to the end. I mean, we might. Some people say we might not have the talent, but we're definitely going to fight you to the end, and we're going to see this thing through. And yeah, we have come up a little short on a couple 10, 11 inning games, played 18 with McNeese. I mean, that's just youth not learning how to close out a game. I think as the season goes on, you'll see us in the 8th, 9th come through with big wins right there. I'm looked at as a leader on this team. I think I'm one of the older guys. Well, I'm close to the oldest guy on the team, and I was on last year's team. Everybody looks to me for that advice, and I mean, I just try to give it to them. I try to be that positive guy no matter how the numbers are going or stats or where you bat in the lineup. Just be that guy for these younger guys to learn how to play this game. Our key would be to respond. I mean, we're going to get hit. I mean, everybody's going to get punched. Last year we didn't really get punched too much. We're a little bit more on the physical side, and we punched people and they laid down and we just rolled over people. But this year we got to respond.
Last question, anything you want people to know about you as a person or something we can't read in the media guide about you?
Something that everybody needs to know about me. I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes. For a fun fact right there.
How long have you been doing that? How'd you figure out that?
I tore my meniscus my senior year in high school, and I sat there on the couch with a brace on my knee and read a book and figured out how to do it, and I've been doing it ever since. I actually do it on the bus ride every trip.
That's spectacular. The UL Lafayette Report is brought to you by AMG Specialty Hospital. It's time for our first break here on Louisiana Baseball. Still to come, we head to Lake Charles and check in with Dr. Brett Cassio for our Medical Minute. But when we return, more from Brother Martin High School as we find out more about this Crusaders baseball program. We're back after this. Louisiana Baseball is brought to you by Big Easy Sportsplex, by Royal Honda, AMG Specialty Hospital, and by orthopedic specialist Dr. Brett Cassio.
When it comes to you or a loved one facing a long-term stay in a hospital, there are other long-term acute care hospitals, and then there is AMG Specialty Hospital. AMG Specialty Hospital is a long-term acute care hospital known as a LTAC. We are designed to give care to patients who require an extended hospital stay. AMG Specialty Hospital focuses on putting our patients first, which is why 90% of our specialty hospital patients and their families would recommend us to others. Other LTACs will care for you. AMG Specialty Hospital will care about you. AMG is committed to delivering quality health care to our patients within the communities we serve. Go ahead, ask your doctor which LTAC hospital they would trust most for their own loved ones. If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there. But if you're looking for the best long-term acute care hospital with great patient care, AMG is proudly serving 8 locations in Louisiana and 7 other locations within the United States. So when the best care is as close as this, there's absolutely no reason to go to any LTAC other than AMG's healthcare management for complex medical needs.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Shepherd, which is a local Christian homeschool support group, has been around for about 30 years. And we help parents navigate the process of educating their kids at home. When parents are homeschooling their kids, typically there's not a lot for them to do from a socialization perspective. We have field trips, we have camping trips, we have graduations, and of course we have PE. So the message that we're trying to convey to parents all throughout the greater New Orleans area is that if the public school isn't working for you and private school is out of reach, you should check out the viability of home education. You can check us out at gnochristianhomeschooling.org.
Welcome back to Louisiana Baseball. Brother Martin, those Crusaders smack in the middle of another highly contested Catholic League season. Hi again, I'm Eric Ritchie, and again, you're talking about a Crusaders baseball team who's won back-to-back district championships. For more on their team, let's go back to Joey and Coach Wiz.
So again, with Coach Wiz throughout his day at practice, appreciate all the time he's given us. Two quick questions about kind of the Catholic League, Brother Martin, where we are today. You know, I was a sophomore in high school when Coach Wiz first stepped onto the ball field, and I always felt like he made an immediate impact. Really, tell me a little bit about what the Catholic League has meant to the city, to you, to Brother Martin, and all.
Oh, the Catholic League is a great tradition. I've been very fortunate that I played in the Catholic League here at Brother Martin, and to be able to come back and coach at my alma mater and to be a part of the Catholic League is just such prideful joy that I get and competing with these young men. The Catholic League is just a great league. You know, day in and day out, you know, you have to go out and play and compete to have a chance for a win, and that's what I'm so proud of.
Yeah, I agreed. And as a former Catholic League player myself, I couldn't say it better. Now, we're in a different climate. You know, it's 2015. You know, parents are different, players are different, people go run off the showcases, they do all this stuff, Tommy John, everything else. Tell us a little bit about what you've done here at Brother Martin to stay ahead of that curve.
A lot of things that we've done is we have brought in the arm care program to try and protect arms. As far as things different around here, you know, our facility is, you know, we keep adding a little bit every year. We've tore down our fence out here. We've changed up the look of the place. We added a new fence. We're changing our bullpen area where we're able to do our arm care program with whatever kind of weather that we have, and just trying to improve the kids and have a great experience at high school.
Well, that's true. That's very true. If you take a look around, it's a beautiful spot. So we're going to kick it back to Eric with some more college baseball.
Guys, thanks. Back to college baseball, and we focus on the Nichols Report, where so far this year we've featured the Southland Conference ERA leader. Well, now it's time to check in with the saves leader. The Nichols Report is brought to you by Ortho LA, Walters, Meyer, Trosclair and Associates, and by YKM Consulting.
This week's Colonel Report, you get to look at Stuart Holmes, the Southland Conference leader in saves. Stu's a wonderful leader for us, a great teammate, but he's a really good competitor and a young man that's probably going to play professional baseball one day, but we're certainly going to use him to the best of our abilities and continue that save mark because he's chasing a school record here and he's probably chasing, you know, something special in the Southland Conference. So we're excited about Stu Holmes.
My name is Stuart Holmes. I'm a senior at Nichols State University and I'm the closer.
Come on, way to get ahead.
My mentality coming out of the bullpen, poised and under control, and know I'm gonna get the job done. I have 3 pitches. I go from a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball, circle change, and a slider. The 4-seam is, I use it a lot to get ahead, has a little extra velocity on it. The 2-seam has a little more run and sink to it. I like to use it a lot in a ground ball situation and try to get it done with that. My strikeout pitch, with right-handers, I use a circle change a lot. With left-handers, I use a slider a lot. All through high school and 2 years of junior college, I was a starting pitcher, and I came here and I've learned to be a reliever. It's a different mindset, and I like coming in a big situation with a little pressure on me and know that I can get the job done. It was a pretty easy decision to come here. I know the type of program that's ran here and that Coach Thibodeau runs, and it is something that I definitely wanted to be a part of.
3, 1, 2, 3.
On and off the field, I'm a Christian. I have a great family. I live about 3 hours away from here and get a lot of support. Both my parents are retired, so they usually make a trip every weekend to watch us, whether we're home and on the road, and that's the best thing about my family.
The Nichols Report is brought to you by Ortho LA, Walters, Meyer, Trosclair and Associates, and by YKM Consulting. It's time now for the LSU Report, and this show doesn't always have to be about baseball. How about the LSU softball team, where Beth Torino had that LSU softball team at one point as the #1 team in the country?
I truly think they're unfazed by it. I think it was really nice to have. I think they have a lot of respect for the people that put them there. I think they're excited about setting history and making a historic moment in this program, but I truly think they're unfazed. I think they work the same. I think they approach the game the same. I think they treat it the same. So, you know, luckily they're unfazed, and like I said, they're a very special group.
Working our way up from kind of the lower top 25 and then making our way to the top one, it's just been a blessing for our team. And I mean, I guess we are a little bit, we were confident at first, and now we're playing like we have a target on our back, and like how teams are going to be coming straight at us and full force, playing their best, their game against us, and we're just going to just try to take it day by day.
I mean, I'm sure you've heard the saying, it's harder to stay number one than become number one, and so that's kind of all in the back of our minds, but at the same time, we're working harder than ever, and we still don't take shortcuts, and we still don't take, I mean, we have that one off day, but we're all still coming in here and working hard, and like working harder than we ever have, so I don't think it's affected us that much. It's just kind of like lets us know where we're at.
I feel like it doesn't affect us at all, which is like kind of weird. I mean, it was pretty cool to see LSU have that #1 spot. I mean, LSU deserves it. Such a great school, such a powerhouse school. But to us, it really doesn't matter what we're ranked right now. It matters what we're ranked on June 1st.
I think this team understands that concept, that they're trying to peak in the end of May and June. That's their goal, and they're trying to really be their best. That's why they show up every day in the weight room. They work and work and work. They show up at practice and give us everything they have. And I think, you know, they understand that their work and effort is what got them to the spot that they're in. They earned the spot they're in. They didn't fall here. And I think, you know, they understand that that concept is what's going to take them all the way.
Why can this team win it all?
I feel like we never give up. We always fight. We always can have a big inning. We don't know who's on or who's off. It's the whole team, and I feel like that's something really special about this team.
We have a little bit of everything. We have a great pitching staff. We can hit from 1 through 9, and our defense is coming along really well. So we're bringing like the whole aspect of softball into this team.
Why can we be the team that wins it all?
I think anyone who has seen us play and came to a game can answer that for themselves. Like you said, we have something very special going on here at LSU, and I think that's why we can win it all.
So we don't get enough love to the girls around here. What's really unique about this squad is one of the players, AJ Andrews, she's an outfielder for them, All-American. She just got selected to the National Pro Fast Pitch League, first player in Tiger history to do that. So congratulations to AJ, and look for some great things out of the LSU softball program.
Time for another break here in Louisiana baseball. When we return, we'll head to Lake Charles and check in with Dr. Brett Cassio for our Medical Minute.
Hi, I'm Greg Walter.
I'm Tommy Meyer. And I am Ray Trosclair. We are private wealth advisors with Ameriprise Financial. We believe that your success is not only measured by your financial well-being, but how confident you are about your future.
No matter what your financial dreams are, our mission is to help you reach your financial goals through a personal relationship based on knowledgeable advice.
Let our team at Walters, Meyer, Trosclair & Associates help you feel more confident about your financial future.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Hello, my name is Brett Cassio. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I specialize in sports medicine and arthroscopic surgery and shoulder replacement. I'm most proud of the fact that we take care of every young athlete regardless of their background. I'm located at Memorial Hospital in Lake Charles, Louisiana. You can find more information at my website, CassioSportsMed.com.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center. And it's not just for pros like former LSU star Chad Jones.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us. Why are you a member?
How you doing? I'm Andre Labe. I'm a physical therapist. I'm actually the owner and CEO of Total Package Performance and Wellness Facility here at the Big Easy Sportsplex. Our program and our facility was actually spawned off of the idea that we have been seeing a dramatic increase in injuries in the adolescent age group from ages from like 10 to 17. And we've actually noticed that we've been seeing both in rehab and in surgeries some injuries such as ACL tears and Tommy John surgeries and these types of things that we used to see only in age groups from 16 to 21. what we've noticed is that our kids are being actually trained, being coached, and actually being and competing at a higher level at a much earlier age than we've ever seen before. And for that reason, we have seen this epidemic of major injuries. Just here at our facility, we've seen, we're on our 10th to 15th Tommy John reconstructive surgery under the age of 16. So about 5-6 years ago, we started looking at injury rates across the United States and in both the NCAA, college level, and high school level, and tried to identify schools and programs that had injury rates that were low, while on the same side having performance that was at a high level. And we found kind of a common theme of strength training that we've actually studied and adapted here at Total Package. And the idea is that we want to now prepare the adolescent athlete and prepare the orthopedically immature athlete for the sports that we're actually putting them through today. Hold the ball out, away from you, okay? Right about here, okay? Close your eyes. Don't let me move you. Don't let me move you. The beauty of it is that we're actually able to work with our athletes from both an injury standpoint all the way back to total performance, and from a performance standpoint, be able to build in strength training that actually helps us decrease the chance of injury. The beauty of it is that as our performance enhancement program goes, it really is an injury prevention program. And what we found is that that injury prevention program leads to higher performance. So it's something that we've been very lucky to kind of put ourselves in a situation that we have access to a facility like the Big Easy Sportsplex, because we can actually take our athletes from the plinth, the table, the treatment table, all the way out to the field. The other nice thing about it is we're able to communicate and work with different coaches from a strengthening standpoint and also from a coaching standpoint, and really figure out what they're trying to make these athletes do, and allows us to build a program that actually prevents those athletes from getting injured. We've worked with strength coaches from LSU, the New Orleans Saints, the Giants, different strength coaches from around the United States and the world, because we actually spent some time in the Czech Republic looking at their concepts of muscle imbalances. And that idea is that we can now start to predict things that may lead to an injury before the athlete even knows that they're getting injured. The muscle imbalance concepts are new that we've actually adapted here in the United States, and I'm one of about 10 other people in the United States that have been able to learn and actually spend time in the Czech Republic. Get athletic, beautiful. Call us here at Total Package or email us here at tpfunction.com, and we can give you all the information on our program.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Back again with Coach Wiz at Brother Martin High School. Now look, we're talking about a little sensitive topic that's really big, Tommy John surgery. We're in our part 2 series of it today with Dr. Cassio, but I'm going to let Coach Wiz kind of talk a little bit about this. I know our personal beliefs is that a lot of these injuries are happening way before they even get to the high school level. We're going to let him talk a little bit about it.
One of the things that we're noticing, and I've noticed through the 25 years that I've been here, is we're getting kids coming to us already having arm issues. It's a concern for us. A couple of years back, I had a 14-year-old never threw a pitch for us, had to have Tommy John. You know, I'm looking at these kids coming into the program, and that's where the light bulb kind of went off and said, you know, we got to start attacking this at a younger age, not just the kids that we have here, but we got to go down the line even further at 10, 11, and 12. You know, and that's one thing that I'm so proud of with our arm care program, that it's done a good job with our kids. And I'm not taking the credit. I'm stealing stuff from other people. Big Easy does a great job with their total package as far as what they do with arm care and what they're doing over there. And it's just added to it. People are worried about the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. They're worried about this. They're worried about that, the college career. They got to make it there before they even have an opportunity, and if they're not taking care of their arm now and they're worried about mechanics instead of, which is important, don't get me wrong there, but they got to take care of their arm, and that's where the arm care program comes in, to be able to take care of them so that they have the opportunity to move to the high school level, to move to the next level after that, and that's so important.
Now look, I want to say this is one of my favorite guys. I've known him since I was 14 years old, and I don't mind saying it, but this is the guy right now. If you have any issues with arm stuff, pick his brain. He's really good. We're going to throw it back to Dr. Cascio over in Lake Charles.
The Tommy John recovery is one of the longest recoveries in orthopedics. It's about a year. So you start rehab a couple weeks after the surgery. The stitches are removed and you start gaining that range of motion of the elbow. That's the most important thing in the beginning, is getting the full range of motion back. If you can't get your full range of motion back, you're not going to be successful. So all rehabs are broken into phases, and for the Tommy John surgery, the first phase is regaining your range of motion. Once you have your range of motion, then you start regaining your strength. And then once you regain your strength, and we're talking several months down the road, you start throwing the baseball. And it's a very controlled throwing program that varies just slightly across the nation, but it gradually increases your velocity and your distance until you're throwing at the same velocity again. And then toward the end of the phases of the rehab, you actually get back on the mound and throw from the mound. But it usually takes about a year.
Shepherdina, which is a local Christian homeschool support group, has been around for about 30 years. And we help parents navigate the process of educating their kids at home. When parents are homeschooling their kids, typically there's not a lot for them to do from a socialization perspective. We have field trips, we have camping trips, we have graduations, and of course we have PE. So the message that we're trying to convey to parents all throughout the greater New Orleans area is that if the public school isn't working for you and private school is out of reach, you should check out the viability of home education. You can check us out at gnochristianhomeschooling.org.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Hi, I'm Greg Walter. I'm Tommy Meyer.
And I am Ray Trosclair. We are private wealth advisors with Ameriprise Financial. We believe that your success is not only measured by your financial well-being, but how confident you are about your future.
No matter what your financial dreams are, our mission is to help you reach your financial goals through a personal relationship based on knowledgeable advice.
Let our team at Walters, Meyer, Trosclair & Associates help you feel more confident about your financial future.
Big Easy Sportsplex in Elmwood is a 71,000 square foot membership-based indoor sports and fitness center.
I'm a member because my daughter and I can train at the same time here at Big Easy Sportsplex.
I'm a member because while I'm getting ready for my season, my son can do the same.
With membership packages available for families and individuals, stop by and tell us. Why are you a member?
So last moment here with Coach Wiz before he's got to get into practice. So we're just going to ask him one simple question. What do we want the people of New Orleans, I have a son who's 12 years old. What do we want everybody to know about Brother Martin High School, Brother Martin Baseball, and what you do and what you're so proud of about it here?
One of the things that we're so proud about baseball and Brother Martin here itself is we look at these young men. They're not just baseball players, they're young men. We try and develop the whole package here, not just the athletic side, but the young man side, and develop them to go into the world and be productive citizens. And what we're so proud of, and you can see over my shoulder, we have a young man that's back here today that plays at LSU, and we have guys that come back before their season starts. We'll have 10, 15 guys that come back and practice with us to say, hey, we really enjoyed our time with the program. We love being out here. We love being with the guys, and for us, that's a smile moment for us, is what we call it, because they appreciate what we did for them, and they come back and show it by passing it on to the younger players.
That's a great response. Mentoring before you coach. That's a great response. Coach Wiz, thanks for sharing the day with us. Back to you, Eric.
Thanks again, and thanks to Coach Wisniewski for giving us the access to come out to a Brother Martin practice today, as we literally took Louisiana baseball on the road. Now, for Joey Cabaceres and Coach Wiz, I'm Eric Ritchie from Farley Field on the campus of Brother Martin High School, saying so long, everyone, and thanks for watching Louisiana Baseball. And remember, Royal Honda, it's the official vehicle of Ritchie on Sports.